Hello everyone, this is February 27th, 2021, and this is a update of seedlings, garden plants, the look of the backyard, and what we're going to do for the year. Alright, so enjoy the video, and let me know if you have any comments or opinions on what I'm doing, or maybe if you know how if something could be done better. But let's take a look first on the seedlings. Alrighty, so hey everyone, this is the 2021 garden update. These are all the seedlings. They're going good, except for these just really planted later. These are beets, the rainbow beets. But over here, this is the parsley, cilantro, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbages. All the tomatoes have sprouted. Starting to get this true leaves. I got the first of the true leaves. Everything's going good actually. Got a lot of tomatoes. I got more stuff than I actually need. As soon as these could get into the ground, hopefully by end of March, beginning of April, all the brassicas, all the cabbages, the cilantro, because that's also a cold weather crop. These onions, I'm debating if I should separate them or just leave these like that and plant some seeds separate. But all these brassicas will give me room so I can start getting ready for the other set of hot water crops, probably in the middle of April. Or the melons, the cucumbers and stuff like that. And in the end of April, I'll plant the okra, get those ready. All the peppers, the super hot peppers. What's this? Look at that one. Peach ghost, peach reaper, purple brain string. I got a chocolate reaper. All of these things are going good. This is the ground cherries. They're really small. The first time I ever grew them, very, very small. But they're all going. See, they're starting to have this first of the leaves anyway, so all good. My aubergines, or aka eggplants, celeries. Can believe this becomes a whole celery stalk. But you see, the celery has its first of the true leaves. Most of the brassicas have first of the true leaves too, so everything's going good. See, not too wet. Just let that go. Then it gets a little dry, then I water again. The reason why these look a little dry on the top is just because of the blood meal and worm casting that I put in there, mixed it in and soak up much of water. But if you look inside, look at there, very moist. Look at this one, the red cabbage is having its true leaves. Everything going good. Red broccoli, the pot choy, the purple lady, and everything's going good. Alright, we're gonna take a look outside and see how things are going out there. As you can see, it is a swamp back here. All the snow is starting to melt. We had warm weathers the last 2 days. We had rain today, so all the snow is melting. But you know, the soil could only soak in so much water, so we have a thick list. Let's try to walk. All this grass right here is going to be redone, from the part where we had the oil spill that they dug out to the old spot. It will be scraped, seeded by myself. Still has snow, but it's still melting away. But as you can see, one thing about putting the new grass, I will fix this one to bring it up the level so it doesn't sit as much in the center over here. Maybe, hopefully, do something with this tree. It didn't bear anything last year, so hopefully, let's see, fertilize it and clean it up and see what we get out of it. The moat still has ice and stuff on it, but the moat is going. Over there is the watermelon beds. Well, where the watermelon bed is going to be. Excuse me. One over here is going to be a no dig no side bed. That's the compost and soil over here, and then the other end on that side. But as you can see, put in 2 beds. I have this one is an 8-inch deep, and it's 4 by 8. And this one was the first one I did, which I did this one and I changed my mind. I said I wanted higher, so this one is 6-inch deep, but it's still the same 4 by 8. Over this side, just where the tomato beds are gonna go, it's gonna be the highest of it because I want the tomatoes to be very deep. I'm going to be doing still 8 by 4, but it's gonna be 16 inches deep. Over here, it's gonna be a no dig, no raised bed. It's just gonna be the pile on this side. So this is one bed over here, and as you can see, if they would have been growing a little, the Napa cabbage is still, after the snow came, still not bad, and the 2 Brussels sprouts are still good. But we're gonna dig that all up. This is another bed over here. It's gonna be 8 by 4, 3 inches deep, no wood sides. This over here, I never forgot the measurements of that, but I believe this is 6 by 4. And it's gonna be also no dig, but no bed sides, no wood sides. I filled out to get the wood chips to drop for free from the city, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. So I may buy some mulch, some more of this black mulch, and I'm gonna put mulch all through here, because as you can see, this area is not leveled. So I'm put some more cardboard in there, about 4 inches high, on all the mulch, wood chip mulch around there and around the thing. So I may put some wood there just to help with that, but I don't want to go because it's unleveled, and I try to mold it out with the tiller for the last time, but it's still a lot of rock. That's why I'm doing beds. There's a lot of rocks in the soil. You know, I grew in it, but it made it difficult and tough. So I'll just, wherever this is, and I'll work it in, work the sides, get some wood panels just to help the soil stay in. But I also knocked in these 2 by 4s in, so they're at least 2 inches into the ground, so it doesn't really move that well. Over here where the some blackberry was, I'm just gonna be this compost put on here. Most likely I will be putting the okra over this side, and they're gonna be moving all of those. Are gonna be cut out and the stone moved, cardboard placed down, and I'll just probably put more okra over here. Eventually, when the soil gets worked and the side gets a little better, I will be putting asparagus there. But you know, asparagus takes 2 to 3 years to get ready. Over this side, this branch I cut from here so it could have more sun in this area. I'm gonna chop this up or a little bit more so I could keep it into the corner, and all that area in the corner is where the callaloo will grow back from. And don't want to walk too much over there because it's muddy as hell. But over there is the raspberry. Hopefully I cut it real deep this year because a lot of old branches was there, so hopefully that comes back and we get some raspberries through. Over there in that corner is the blackberry area. Let's walk through. But you know, snow is melting. I've never been so excited for spring. I guess this time I'm doing a lot of work in here, so I am a winter baby, so this is odd. Okay, as you can see, there's cardboard over this side. I'm probably gonna put, as I'm thinking now, 2 beds, but after I measure it out and we see how everything goes, maybe 3. Brussels sprouts, and some cabbages on this side. While on this side, actually, Brussels sprouts, fix that, sorry. Brussels sprouts and celery. And this side, kohlrabi, radishes, carrots, beets on this large area mixed between row of kohlrabi, row of cabbage, row of radishes, row of beets, row of carrots, and onions are going to be mix between all the beds. Because that bed over there is going to be, the deepest one's going to be tomato only. That side over there is going to be eggplant on one side, and the other side will be beans and the loofah that I have. Have a trellis that comes over so they can climb up on it, and it's going to come from that side. So some beans are going to come from this side, and some loofah is going to come from the other side, and they're going to grow right down. This right here will most likely be the parsley and cilantro and something else. The basil is going to be grown in between the tomato and mixed around in other places. Gonna put okra over there with the watermelon, probably 2 okra plants over there, sunflowers mixed within and in the front. So it's a lot of work to do, and as long as we get the snow out, gotta scrape all of this and make sure we have all of that ready to go. For the seeding of the grass will probably be done the beginning of May. That nice spring temperature will be there, so we get that all done. It's a lot of cleaning because I made a mess, but as we get all the stuff pulled out, like all these buckets, gonna go through, see what's good, get rid of what's not, and we can have this here as, because I'm gonna have a lot of the super hot peppers in grow bags, which are gonna be put around here and along here. That trellis is gonna be put back up at the end. That's when I'm gonna be putting my purple peas on that. So hopefully it'll work around. It's gonna be, I know it's a lot of new stuff for 1 year, but you know, it's sink or swim. That's why we're doing it. We can go all in, and that's it. But a lot of work is gonna be done. Hopefully, I have a lot of stuff for myself, for my family, for people who are friends when they're nearby. They can have the stuff. But still a lot of work to do. Still gonna use these pots. Gonna empty those soil, put new compost in it, and work with those. Gonna spray this tree with some fungicide and make sure if it has any kind of disease that we could get rid of it. I don't really know what it is, but it hasn't bared last year. The year before, most of the fruits came but fell off, and it was literally a year before that. So, you know, I'm giving this tree 2 more years to give me nectarine. If not, it's coming down. But I'm work all of that old homemade barrel filter for the pond is gonna move. Unfortunately, again this year for the pond, I was gonna be hold off with the work done for the moat / pond, and probably hopefully next year I could get a brand new filter, fix the lining, and you know, fill up the sides, and maybe I get some more koi in there. I got a couple koi in there, and mostly goldfish, but it needs more filtration in it. Because this year I'm not going to have any, because I took down the homemade ones. The 2 other barrels are there. I'm just going to take those down and work with what I have. Like the fish are happy, just you can't really see them in the moat. All of this has to be dug out, because it's going to be a nice red mulch border and the grass in the center. So that's how this is going to be set up. But everything is going good. Nice ketchup right there. But even though it's off, I'm gonna fix those beds up, fill them up, hopefully by the end of next month, slowly but surely. Especially the brassicas are most likely gonna be in most of that one and this one, so I can get those done first. Then tomatoes don't need to go until the end of May, beginning of June, because they're in the house, so that would be last. So, you know, unfortunately funds are not great, so we're just slowly breaking it down on how we're doing the breakdown of it piece by piece as much as we can. But the grass, the oil company who had the oil spill that dug up this one, because of their accident, I'm gonna be able to have the money to fix this, so that did help out a lot. But that's how everything's going. I'll take a quick look in the front. And this side, I have tulips in the Egyptian mint that comes up here. Last year I did sunflowers, so again this year I'm doing sunflowers. I will probably put cucumbers in the loofah. Let's see if it can run this. I have one over here that runs. and have a mini cucumbers as well on this side. Clean up the mint a little bit and the sunflowers, and that's basically what's going over here. Nothing major. Some compost down to fertilizer, some blood meal, and that's about it. Alrighty. So that is the update of, what is it, February 27th, 2021, of what we have done, what is going to happen, and what we are planning to do with the garden for 2021. This is probably going to be the most, hands-on, most elaborate gardening I'm doing. Basically, most of the beds are being done by scratch. It's almost like the first time we moved into the house. Most of the beds are being done by scratch because I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 14 beds if you really break it down. So everything is new. You want that better soil, feeding the soil, new compost. The compost, hopefully I'm going to put a compost starter to make it start breaking down again. The bottom is actually not that bad, but we'll give it a flip, make it, when it start to warm up, the compost will bring up. It's about alpha male to have the microbes start up again, but everything looks like it's going. It's a little wet, a little marshy I should say, from the snow melting, but everything's on its way. So until next time, like he says, all good.